What's going on, everyone? Mike Kadlick, Tayler Kyles here for CLNS Media outside of Gillette Stadium as the Patriots get ready to try and make it 2 in a row against the Los Angeles Rams this weekend in FOXBORO. A reminder, we are powered by Prize Picks and Game Time. Head over to Prize Picks, use code CLNS for $50 instantly when you play $5, and head over to Game Time, use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Taylor, some attrition on this Patriots defensive line right now. Dietrich Wise not out of practice, got leg whipped in last Sunday's game, the win against the Bears, but Yannick Ngakoue is here. He was in the locker room today. He actually spoke, and he is excited for the opportunity to join this Patriots defensive line. We also got an update from Jerod Mayo this morning. Christian Barmore is set to return to practice in the next couple weeks. Very exciting development here in Foxborough as he returns from his blood clots issue from earlier in the summer. So, with all this information, Wise out, but Ngakoue here and Christian Barmore potentially on the mend. What do you make of what they can do, both in pass rush and in run-stopping situations in the front seven?
Yeah, Jerod Mayo and Yannick Ngakoue have both mentioned that he's not just a pass rusher, he's an every-down kind of player. And I think that's something the Patriots are going to need, one, because obviously Dietrich Wise could potentially miss this week against the Rams, but also Anthony Jennings has become an almost every-down player, and not just he can play every down, as in he is playing almost every single down. And on the defensive line, obviously, Anthony Jennings is a tough guy, but you really don't want any of your defensive linemen playing every single snap, especially someone who's so valuable for you against the run. So I think Yannick Ngakoue can take some of that duty off of Anthony Jennings' plate, maybe also mix in and take some of the pressure off of Dietrich Wise as well. But in Ngakoue, one thing that stood out to me just listening to him was the professionalism.
Totally.
Also seems like a very even-keeled guy, where I think we all understandably were a little hesitant about, all right, does he actually want to be here? Because he could have signed to the Ravens practice squad if no one had picked him up, or maybe gone to a team like the Bengals, who may have, actually, their hopes aren't that much better than the Patriots,
right.
but even still, maybe stay in the division. But he said that he was looking forward to the opportunity to be in New England. Also kind of cleared up, Jerod Mayo said we look forward to him in the short term and like what he can do for us in the future. Yannick said there weren't any discussions about any long-term plans or anything, so not necessarily like, the kind of situation where they're going to try to re-sign him, but if things go well, he said he wants to continue to help this team win. Maybe things work out, and if he sees, Drake May, this kid's got some juice, maybe I actually want to stick around, that could work out. But it seems like he's going to be a great locker room presence.
And you mentioned this week as well that he's the same age as Matthew Judon when the Patriots signed him to that big deal. So he's not the oldest guy in town. He's someone who, like you said, if you see some production, if you see some success with him in the system, then maybe he is a candidate to resign.
100%. So he's going to be exciting, probably going to play this weekend. And then the Christian Barmore news. Obviously, that's huge. Now, his absence has thrust more role players and younger guys into more prominent roles. Like Daniel Ngakoue has become more of an early down player than we've seen in other seasons, where really he was more rotational. He's having the best season of his career, although obviously he's limited just based on his skill set. Kind of shorter arms, a little tougher for him to get off blocks consistently, but really has impressed me in his development in that area of his game. And then Jaquelin Roy, a guy who got hurt last week, but has popped up every week and looks like he continues to get better at that nose tackle spot. If you put Christian Barmore into this lineup with Devon Gotch already playing well too, Jaquelin Roy, Daniel Ngakoue, all these guys, and then especially on pass rush downs, Keon White and Christian Barmore in the middle, literally all the edge guys have to do is make sure the quarterback doesn't get out of the pocket, because that's going to be a very scary situation for those guys. So Christian Barmore, obviously a game-wrecking type of talent, elevates everybody on your defense just by being on the field, creating opportunities, and obviously just dominating up front. So if they can get him back, I like their chances a lot better against the murders row they have in December, or towards the end of the season against the Bills twice, Justin Herbert and the Chargers, and also Kyler Murray, teams with both mobile quarterbacks and also run games that you're going to have to keep under control.
Exciting stuff here in Foxborough, especially along the defensive line, as Yannick Ngakoue, former Pro Bowler, here and excited for the opportunity, and Christian Barmore, a dominant defensive tackle on the mend from his off-season blood clots issue. So keep it here on Patriots Press Pass as the Patriots get ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams this Sunday in Foxborough.